Look at all the statistics they plotted on the chart. They calculated numbers, but they left out the heart. The pedigree of struggle is a code they cannot read. The absolute determination that a champion will need. No invitation given and no handouts on the floor. So I am stepping forward just to kick down the door. The unbending power is vibrating in the spine as I move my legacy across the boundary line. They counted me out, they closed the book. They didn't even bother to take a second look. But the fire is burning, the pressure is high. Look at the underdog reaching for the sky. No more hiding in the shadow of the doubt. This is the moment that we shout it loud. They counted me out too soon. We are breaking the scale. This is the comeback that never will fail. The underdog is rising. Look at the crowd. We are taking over the entire town. Stand tall, break wall. Stand tall. Now the radar is tracking a kinetic explosion of force, keeping up a devastating lineup on the training course. The internal voices echoing triumphant and clear, wiping out the hesitation and the shadow of fear. I am the statistical anomaly they didn't expect, forcing every critic to accord me full respect. The interval is heavy, but the spirit is secure. An incredible performance that is permanent and pure. They counted me out, they closed the book. They didn't even bother to take a second look. But the fire is burning, the pressure is high. Look at the underdog reaching for the sky. They counted me out too soon. We are breaking the scale. This is the comeback that never will fail. The underdog is rising. Look at the crown. We are taking over the entire town. Stand tall. Never write me off. The underdog is back. Keep talking! Your words are my fuel! Watch the scoreboard! All the digital noise and the negative commentary online, trying to disrupt the execution of the master design. But I do not engage in the ridiculous debate. I just convert the cynicism into an elite state. Every piece of skepticism is a heavy weight to lift, turning all the pressure into a psychological gift. Let them do the talking while I'm working in the zone, building up an empire of iron and stone. The validation doesn't come from the opinion of the crowd. It comes from the sweat that is pouring down proud. 100% of my focus is on the training ground, driving my trajectory, no distraction from the sound. The adrenaline is rushing with the melody of power, telling me definitively that this is my hour. No arguments needed, no explanations made. The quality of this performance will never ever fade. Your words don't hurt, your words don't bind. They only add steel to the strength of my mind. The talking is cheap. but you cannot match the velocity of me. Shut the mouth, open up the eyes. Watch how the real champions rise. Silencing critics, let the results speak. Reaching the absolute pinnacle and peak. Silencing critics, no more debate. We are formatting a legendary fate. No talk. Real walk. Look at the scoreboard, the data is permanent and clear. Wiping out the competition in the shadow of fear. The internal conviction is hammering the floor, while the critics are silent, standing outside the door. The execution was flawless, the discipline supreme, living out the reality of the athletic dream. The conversation is over, the victory is secure. An incredible performance that is permanent and pure. Your words don't hurt, your words don't bind. They only add steel to the strength of my mind. The talking is cheap, the talking is free, but you cannot match the velocity of it. Silencing critics, let the results speak. Reaching the absolute pinnacle and peak. Silencing critics, no more debate. We are formatting a legendary fate. No talk. No talk. Quiet now, isn't it? Results don't lie. Waking up on the floor with the pieces of the dream. Nothing is as simple or as easy as it seemed. The injury was heavy, the devastation total clear, forcing me to look into the shadow of my fear. Rebuilding from the bedrock, the foundation of the spine. Every single day I have to walk the boundary line. No shortcut available, no easy path to take. This is the reconstruction that a champion must make. Brick by brick, session by session in the dark, reigniting the intensity of the kinetic spark. The internal fire is a medicine of sound, lifting up my anatomy directly from the ground. Rebuilding the execution to calibrate the pace, putting back the confidence upon the warrior's face. The scar tissue is tough, but the willpower is high. We are going vertical into the electronic sky. Out of the ruins, out of the dust, in our own execution we place our trust. The fire was hot, the fire was deep, but I have a promise that I'm going to keep. We gather the fragments, we organize the might. We are going straight back into the light. From the ashes, rebuild the frame. Time to remember the power of the name. From the ashes, stand up tall. We are never ever gonna suffer the fall. Rise up. structure is now solid. The compression is supreme, better than the original definition of the dream. The heavy motivation is vibrating the floor, kicking down the limitations, opening the door. The reconstruction is finished, the victory is secure. An incredible performance that is permanent and pure. The underdog is standing on his own 2 feet, matching all the energy of every single beat. Out of the ruins, out of the dust, in our own execution we place our trust. The fire was hot, the fire was deep, but I have a promise that I'm going to keep. From the ashes, rebuild the frame. Time to remember the power of the name. From the ashes, stand up tall. We are never ever gonna suffer the fall. Rise up. Foundation is solid. The empire is rebuilt. The calendar is marked, and the preparations done. The calendar is marked. It's comeback season. The calendar is marked and the preparation's done. The longest preparation underneath the winter sun. Now the season is opening, the curtains pulling wide, revealing all the power that was developing inside. The hunger inside my soul is ticking like a clock, giving the competitors a devastating shock. Breaking the limits, the velocity is right, launching the machine straight into the ultimate fight. They thought that I was history, a memory of old, but the greatest comeback story is about to be told. The heavy inspiration is rushing, giving me the drive, making every single muscle fiber feel alive. Sweat is pouring, beautiful tunnel vision in the zone, reclaiming the perimeter that I completely own. No hesitation in the stride, no weakness in the mind, leaving all the limitations far away behind. The return is stronger, the return is fast, wiping out the shadows that belong into Every doubt is an investment. I carry the weight. Let's go. My shoulder every day, using every single piece of trash. They have to say, they said I didn't have the build, I didn't have the size, but I'm looking at the target straight between the eyes. The negative energy is processed in the core, turn it into ammunition, kicking down the door. Absolute discipline to regulate the rage as I step inside the center of the training stage. The pure dedication is driving hard and clean, the most aggressive psychological focus ever seen. Every single doubt is like a fuel for the flame, adding up the motivation to the power of the name. I don't need their compliments, I don't need their applause. I am dedicated solely to the ultimate cause. The relentless force is dragging me along the lane, converting all the cynics' words into a muscle gain. Fuel the engine, light the spark. Signatures deep inside the dark. The weight is heavy, the chip is tight, but it keeps me focused right inside the fight. Tell me I can't, tell me I'll fail. Watch how the ship sets the ultimate sail. Chip on my shoulder, fueled by doubt. This is what the training is completely about. For the doubts, they built a monster. the canvas, flat on the canvas, staring straight up at the lights. The hardest transition after the longest of fights. They started the countdown, they thought I would stay on the floor, believing that I couldn't handle the damage no more. But there is a spark hidden deep in the chest of a king that wakes up the monster and forces the body to spring. Absolute dedication to sense. The heavy motivation is pushing me up from the dirt, overriding the absolute definitions of agony and hurt. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They thought I was history, a chapter they closed in the past. But the spirit of a true competitor is built to always outlast. No funeral needed, no white flag inside of the hand. We are moving vertical right now to conquer the land. Still breathing, still here, conquering every single definition of fear. The pulse is returning, the vision is clear. The moment of ultimate triumph is near. They wanted me gone, they wanted me dead, but I am the storm that is raging ahead. Not dead yet, 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 still breathing. Every single obstacle we are now cleaving. Not dead yet, still in the fight, shining a massive and beautiful light. Heart beating, no retreating. Yeah, the recovery is complete, the acceleration is high. Flying directly beneath the electronic sky. The internal voices echoing triumphant and clear, wiping out the competition and the shadow of fear. Every repetition is a signature of absolute pride, validating the kinetic energy I carry inside. The countdown will stop, the victory is secure. A permanent performance that is elegant and pure. Still breathing, still here, conquering every single definition of fear. The pulse is returning, the vision is clear. The moment of ultimate triumph is near. Not dead yet, still breathing. Every single obstacle we are now cleaving. Not dead yet, still in the fight, shining a massive and beautiful light. Heart beating, cancel the countdown, I'm still here. Months in the shadows, months in the shadows. Whoa. Months in the shadows, months in the shadows. Whoa. Months in the shadows, working on fixing the frame, learning the new limits, returning back to the game. The clinic was quiet, the process was lonely and slow, but underneath the surface the fire continued to glow. Every stretch was a battle, every exercise was a mountain to climb, counting the micro developments right against ticking time. Pure sweat and focus to accelerate the change, moving the joints way outside of the comfortable range. Lactic acid is burning the scar tissue trying to hold, but we have a championship legacy that needs to be told. The heavy inspiration is acting like medicine now, lifting the heavy performance structural integrity is tight, bringing an absolute excellence straight back into the fight. The internal hunger is driving deep in the core, kicking the doors of the stadium wide open for more. The transition is complete, the execution is pure, a legendary performance that will permanently endure. The underdog is standing tall on his own 2 feet, matching the total kinetic compression of every single beat. The pain is temporary, it lasts for a night, but glory is permanent, shining incredibly bright. From rehab to reign, from zero to peak, this is the ultimate evolution that winners will seek. Rehab to reign, conquer the stage, formatting a legendary and beautiful fate. Rehab to reign, take back the crown. We are expanding the kingdom across the whole town. Fully healed, fully healed. The rehabilitation is over. Long live the king. Woo! They said I couldn't do it. They said I would fail. Watch this. Yeah. They wrote the reviews before I even stepped on the track, predicting a total disaster, assuming I'd never come back. But your negative predictions are a financial investment for me, turning the cynicism into a beautiful trajectory. You see, I took every single word of the doubt and I put it to use, converting the pressure directly into kinetic juice. 100% of my focus is on the training ground, as I hammer the absolute excellence into the ground. The adrenaline is rushing, a melody of pure pride, validating the structural discipline I carry deep inside. Look at the faces of all the critics standing around the floor. They cannot believe that I am kicking down the heavy door. No arguments needed, no explanations required tonight. The scoreboard is displaying the truth of the ultimate fight. The internal conviction is vibrating through the space, putting a beautiful smile right across my warrior face. You said I would fail, you said I was done, but look at the goal that I finally won. The sweetest revenge is to execute clean, the highest quality performance that you've ever seen. Shut them out, look at the display. Champions are here to take the entire day, proving them wrong, the sweetest success, putting the entire crowd to the ultimate test. Proving them wrong, look at the score. We are coming back to ask for some more. Sweet taste. No waste. The data is permanent, the validation is total clear, wiping out the competition in the shadow of fear. The internal force is driving hard and deep, fulfilling every single promise that I mean to keep. The conversation is over, the victory is secure, an incredible execution that is permanent and pure. The underdog is conquered, standing on the elite rank, leaving the critics completely silent and blank. You said I would fail, you said I was done, but look at the Look at the marks on the skin, a map of the heavy war, reminding me exactly of the damage I took before. Every single tear was a lesson written deep in the frame, forging the psychological strength to return to the game. The muscle fiber healed back with an incredible force, keeping a tight trajectory directly upon the course. Absolute discipline to celebrate the skin. This is where the unbreakable performance will begin. You cannot break what has already been broken and remade. The color of this dedication will never ever fade. The inner determination is a fortress of power, protecting my anatomy as I conquer the hour. The pure dedication is rushing a triumphant cry, guiding the velocity of the movement as I fly. I am made of tougher material now, steel in the spine, ready to push the numbers, cross the boundary line. The scars are my armor, the scars are my pride, displaying the incredible resilience I carry inside. You can hit me hard, you can try to dent the steel, but I'm immune to the pain that I used to feel. Tough material, unbreakable core, we are stepping forward to settle the score. Scar tissue armor, tougher than stone, ruling the entire stadium all on my own. Scar tissue armor, unbreakable mind, leaving all the structural damage behind. Feel free. Own game, feel free. The validation is physical, the engine is running clean. The most resilient specimen that you have ever seen. The heavy drive is working like a piston in the chest, putting the durability to the ultimate test. The interval is finishing, the final repetition made. The memory of this intensity will never fade. The structures are secure and the victory is pure. A legendary execution built to permanently endure. The scars are my armor, the scars are my pride, displaying the incredible resilience I carry inside. You can hit me hard, you can try to dent the steel, but I'm immune to the pain that I used to feel. Scar tissue armor, tougher than stone, ruling the entire stadium all on my own. Scar tissue armor, unbreakable mind, leaving all the structural damage behind. I don't break anymore. Made up, tougher stuff. The alarm clock is ringing for them, but my work is already done. Let's work. While the entire world is sleeping under the midnight sheet, you can hear the rapid cadence of my feet upon the street, working in the silence, developing the elite skill, driven by an absolute and unbending willpower to kill. No cameras watching, no applause inside the room, just a heavy motivation destroying the midnight gloom. Pure consistency to calibrate the grind, leaving the lazy competition completely far behind. Every single hour the waste is an hour I gain, invest in the energy directly inside of the pain. The relentless force is my only company now, keeping up the heavy tempo, teaching the anatomy how. They want the championship medal, but they fear the daily sweat. They haven't seen the levels of execution yet. The dedication is private, but the success will be clear, wiping out the limitations and the shadow of fear. The hustle trajectory from canvas to the street. The internal voices echoing triumphant and clear, celebrating the performance of the warrior of the year. The gap is now enormous, the lead is too secure, an execution that is permanent, elegant and pure. The daily ritual is finished, the victory is mine, crossing over the perimeter, crossing the finish line. So never sleeps, the engine never stops. We are working hard until the competition drops. They are dreaming big, but I am living wide, validating all the discipline I carry deep inside. The hustle never sleeps, working while they rest, putting our endurance to the ultimate test. The hustle never sleeps, the grind is alive. This is the velocity that makes us strong. Day and night, pure might. Day and night. Alarm clock is ringing for them, but my work is already done. Nobody saw me coming. Nobody tracked the shadow. Time to shock the world. Yeah, yo, running in the outermost lane of the track, no spotlight on me, no eyes on my back. They were focused on favorites, trading the names, playing the tactical political games, but a dark horse is tracking right out of the view, developing a strategy entirely new, pure consistency to accelerate the pace as I close the distance in the ultimate race. The adrenaline is beginning to rise, reflecting the diamond inside of my eyes. They thought I was just a regular face in the crowd, but my performance is about to speak loud. Slipping through openings, finding the gap, escaping the boundaries of the logical trap. The relentless forces, a piston of might, launching the shadows straight into the light. Coming out of nowhere, breaking the mold, the greatest trajectory that will ever be told. They didn't anticipate, they didn't foresee the incredible momentum developing in me. Look at the shadow overtaking the lead. This is the velocity that champions need. Dark horse. Dark horse rising, take the lead, fulfilling the absolute desperate need. Dark horse rising, shock the crowd, shouting the name of the champion loud out of sight. Pure might. Pure might. Crossing the finish line, taking the goal, the most unexpected cinematic story ever told. The internal voices echoing triumphant and clear, wiping out the competition in the shadow of fear. The favorites are frozen, they don't understand how the dark horse came to conquer the land. The execution was flawless, the victory secure, a permanent performance that is permanent and pure. Coming out of nowhere, breaking the mold, the greatest trajectory that will ever be told. They didn't anticipate, they didn't foresee the incredible momentum developing in me. Dark horse rising, take the lead, fulfilling the absolute desperate need. Dark horse rising, shock the crowd, shouting the name of the champion loud out of sight. They never saw me coming. First place is mine.
You tried to tear me down, but you didn't build this foundation. I am unbroken!
They threw all their hammers right at my frame, trying to fracture the power of my name. They wanted to see a psychological crack, hoping that I would never come back. But this architecture was built in the dark, forged by the heat of a permanent spark. Absolute discipline in the sound to keep my anatomy pinned to the ground. You cannot demolish what you didn't create. I am the sole architect of my fate. The inner determination is solid as stone, protecting the territory that I completely own. The heavy inspiration is rushing intense, making the durability make total sense. Every strike that you make just hardens the steel, wiping out any other damage I feel. Unbroken spirit, unbendable spine. We are continuing to walk the boundary line. Your malice is empty, your jealousy blind. You cannot manipulate the strength of my mind. Stand like a mountain, face to the wind. This is where the ultimate victories begin. Unbroken spirit, stand your ground. The tightest internal defense to be found. Unbroken spirit, tough as steel, immune to the damage that I used to feel. No damage, total manage. No damage. The storm has passed over, the structure remains stronger than ever, breaking the chains. The pure dedication is driving like fire, lifting the performance up higher and higher. The validation is permanent, the future is clear, leaving behind the limitations and fear. The spirit is standing elegant and pure, a legendary execution built to permanently endure. Unbroken spirit, unbendable spine. We are continuing to walk the boundary line. Your malice is empty, your jealousy blind. You cannot manipulate the strength of my mind. Unbroken spirit, stand your ground. The tightest internal
I take all your malice, it's put it to war.
I take all your malice and put it to work. Every single insult and ridiculous smirk. You think you are dragging me down to the floor, but you are just giving me reasons for more. The negative commentary processed inside turns into a massive kinetic drive. Absolute discipline to regulate the heat as I translate the anger directly to the beat. The heavy motivation is a furnace of power, melting your skepticism all around this hour. I don't need your blessings, I don't need your love. I am operating completely far above the relentless forces dragging the track, converting the friction, there's no looking back. The more that you talk, the harder I train, extracting the power right out of the pain. Give me the fire, give me the fuel. This is the environment where I will rule. Your doubts are an investment that pays in the end, a permanent resource on which I depend. Drive. This is the negativity making me proud. Hate of fuel burning, adrenaline rush. Every single piece of your cynicism we crush. Hate of fuel burning, light the spark, leaving a beautiful mark in the dark. Burn bright. The numbers are high, sprinting directly beneath the electronic sky. The adrenaline is driving supreme, validating the absolute athletic dream. The performance is finished, the victory is secure, an execution that is permanent and pure. Thank you for the energy you provided today. It helped me to blow the competition away. Give me the fire, give me the fuel. This is the environment where I will rule. Your doubts are an investment that pays in the end, a permanent resource on which I of the journey, the end of the road. Unloading the heavy and psychological load. They held the position while I was away, but the true master is returning today. The inner determination is shaking the floor as I walk through the stadium, locking the door. 100% of pure execution and pride, validating the destiny I carry inside. Look at the throne, it belongs to my name, the definitive ruler of this entire game. The adrenaline is a symphonic burst, set settling for nothing less than absolute first. No longer an underdog, no longer in the dark, leaving a permanent, beautiful mark. The velocity is sustained, the compression supreme, fulfilling the ultimate definition of the dream. Reclaiming the kingdom, reclaiming the place, putting the crown back upon my face. The separation is massive, the lead is too wide. There is no longer a shadow where they can hide. Bow to the discipline, bow to the power. This is definitively my finest hour. The crown is mine, reclaim the throne, ruling the entire universe, all on my own. The crown is mine, the journey is done. The ultimate warrior is the only one. Long live the king! Let the speakers ring! The final buzzer sounding, the record is set. An execution that the world will never forget. The internal conviction is fading away, leaving the shadow of a glorious day. The comeback is finished, the triumph is pure, a legendary performance that will permanently endure. The king is back home and the spirit secure, a permanent transformation, elegant and pure. Reclaiming the kingdom, reclaiming the